His fat ass when I was joking.
A whole lot of yummy.
What's it look like?
Wow. Yeah, dude. Come on. That looks like a painted portrait.
A cute butt. It's a really
My
cute
butt.
girl with
You swallowed a lot of aggression.
Here and I were super small.
That's a shop.
Yeah.
That's freaking amazing.
Here's a photo from November with my grandpa.
This November,
Last November. But yeah.
a year ago.
Yeah, it's crazy, dude. Are we live now?
Live as can be, brother.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
What's up, world? Ice cream. Finishing up this handsome dome.
Make ultra. Yeah, I don't want people to think I
Contrary to popular belief, this is not all God-given. It's is it coiffed? Is that the proper? Although we'll find out, but I think business is probably a bit slower with No Shave November, but I want to see just what kind of effects that actually has on operations. Wow.
And the beauty smelled.
I smell.
Top it off.
I smell good.
Smell excellent.
Like,
Here, you take this where you want to go, and I'll go check the feed here. You can pull these together and just hold it like a hand.
Is that like,
It's on you. Yeah.
yeah? Is that a proper distance to keep it?
oh, you should do this whole interview.
Is that my man behind
like
me?
That guy from the Wang Wang.
Brian, do you go by your assassin name using all three, like Brian James Garrett, or do you just go by Brian Garrett, or is it just Brian?
Cool guy Brian. Cool guy Brian.
Cool guy Brian, y'all.
Cool guy Brian.
Hutch, do you have a barber name? This is like our Top Gun thing. We all have to have fighter pilot names.
Hutch the Barber, aka Big Hatch.
I like.
Someone gave me the Big Hatch when we went bowling once, and it just like stuck. So.
What about Hogue?
Hogan? Shit.
Hugo Boss.
Hugo Boss.
Just like the 90s brand.
Hobie. We call his ass Hobie. When he does some bitch shit, we call him Hobie. Yeah, when he does some shit, we call him Hobie. Like, yeah, that's real Hobie of you.
So it's like what?
He is Hasselhoff's son on Baywatch. So
it's its own adjective. Is that it? Like you got Munson?
Yeah.
Right?
Hobie.
That was
a real Munson.
Yeah.
Fucking a real Hobie.
And then,
like Hobie.
and then Derek in the far corner, who man, if we met before, I apologize, but I think this is like our first official meeting.
My nickname's just New Guy Derek.
New guy.
I've been here for a year almost, but it's just still New Guy Derek.
New guy Derek.
That's all good. So that's the crew, and this is Jason Wallsmith, aka me. So last week my sisters freaked out because while we were doing the Halloween interview, my sister eventually got all wigged out that it was some kind of poltergeist thing because I was commenting while I was interviewing, and she just got too freaked out and was like, I got to turn this thing off. So I'm going to give you some quick history as to where this place really became my jam. So 8 people maximum, safe load, dangerous for more. That's the entry to what is still the reigning champion of the finest loo. And I've traveled coast to coast in search of a better one. Can't. Here it is. Now there isn't any music playing, but you're probably hearing the music of Tom Jones as I pan through. And this is it. Currently the title holder of Perfect Loo. You can see everything's tight. Scent products, plungers, condom machines, the real Tom Jones, proper lighting, a telephone in case things really get out of hand, I mean, it's got it all. So this entire
Roadside attractions is great. Been added.
roadside attraction.
We are on roadside
The
attractions.
bathroom is currently on roadside attractions.
See, that's it. I'd have to think that's in large part due to the amount of time that I've spent in there sharing it with the world. So we also got to give a quick shout out to Jason Simpson because he is the original cat that said, dude, that beard hasn't been touched since you left for Wisconsin. Go get it cut. Go see the dudes at Franklin Barber Shop. And so I came in here.
Yeah.
As you've already figured out, it's not a G-rated place, probably not even PG. So just come in here knowing that it's all real in this house. Like, they tell it like it is. But while I was waiting to get my hair cut, I found myself in the Tom Jones bathroom, and it was love at first sight after that. So the dudes have granted us an audience this evening. Hutch and I have become close enough that we were gonna share coffee, but he doesn't drink milk, and I've got some milk in here, and
Got weak bones.
we got into the weeds a little bit in why he doesn't drink milk, and like all addictions, he basically OD'd on milk. He was drinking like 3 gallons a day for like 6 years in a row, and so he had to call it off. So we were gonna share a fine cafe au lait, but he's not cool with the Olay.
Is that the Olay? Is the part of that drink, is milk the Olay part of
That's
that
it.
drink? All right.
I think in French or something, Olay means with milk.
I don't believe it.
Yeah, that sounds like bullshit.
Yeah, it could be. But, you've got the cafe Olay. So it only makes sense. It's half coffee
San Diego.
and then half
Whale's
Olay.
vagina. Whale's vagina.
So, hold on.
Originally pronounced the Saint Diego.
This is the first time that I've had to try and film this myself. Jason's commenting, sharing. Let's get the PSA out right off the bat, right? It's all about the kids. What are y'all doing? What are y'all doing for the holiday season and this cool little box right there?
Well, from October 1 through. Is it all the way up to
December 12th.
Speak up. Don't be shy.
October
December
1st through December 12th? Bring a toy down here, new unwrapped toy, and we will donate it to Toys for Tots. Help out all the little kids.
Preferably something from the 1970s, like Steve Austin, the $1 Million Man.
Yeah, we definitely gotta try to keep it retro. We'll keep you guys posted too, debating on doing a good old fashioned toy drive one of these Saturdays. Keep it nice and busy on the weekend.
How do you feel about the closeness of two bearded men?
Yeah.
I think 2 bearded men is about as good as it gets.
Right.
You guys should rub them together and we'll find out what happens when 2 beautiful dudes become one.
Yeah.
I mean, these are.
I feel like they become intertwined.
Dude, now I'm really bummed I cut my mustache.
We can rub mustaches.
But he's got a goatee going.
Because this is the advertisement right here
Is that what that's called?
for the beards of Rosa of Franklin.
I can't have facial hair because it just accentuates my double chin. So.
No, that's why I have one though, because
I thought it. Yeah, right.
Yeah,
I thought
yeah.
it would camouflage it.
It does.
Yeah.
Yeah, and that thing we got to give props to Hutch because this is the mini Hutch. We just got to see the pictures. He's lost 45 lbs. Due to the lack of cow juice, amongst other things.
Yeah, no milk.
And his wife. What's the diet? The 30 whole 30?
Whole 30, yeah.
Is it a 30-day gig?
30-day.
You want to give Mom a shout out? How's she doing? Is she like killing it on the diet?
Catherine and I are crushing it. She's got me eating super healthy. She just, I guess, wants me around for a little while longer.
The whole 30.
Yeah.
Living proof. We should show. Where's the picture of Big Hutch?
Put it back.
You put it back?
Yeah.
I feel like we're about to have one of those moments where you get all emotional and we do like the
It's like,
the
like an
infomercial.
intervention.
Like the
Where I talk about
like,
how I almost drank myself to death with milk.
yes, the infomercial.
Man, I was so fucking addicted to milk.
There's the Big Hutch.
Should we just recreate
That's
this
the fast
photo?
stack.
Should we just
Yeah.
recreate the photo real quick?
That'd be good.
Yes! Yes!
Yeah.
Here it is.
Yeah.
That's it.
A little smaller right here. Just right here.
Not so much here.
Yeah.
Right here, but more so much here.
Yeah.
Here. All right, dudes. So, I mean, for my money,
Let's get down to business.
this is the baddest ass joint in town. Not just to get your hair cut, man. When I first came, it was a monthly thing. I'm gonna show up, get it cut, and I start coming every 2 weeks just because it's so damn fun hanging out at the shop with you guys.
Yep.
So, I think, Jason, didn't you take a second and kind of shoot around so people got like a feel of the art and the things on the wall and all of that?
I did. I'll do more too.
I feel like I should have my bobblehead over
So, you've got the normal barbershop kind of stuff going down, Car Cult Deluxe, the Good Guys, All-American Showdown. You've got your North American Whitetail. You've got your Playboys. I mean, in all of those ways, it's a fully...
There's the Philadelphia Trumpet.
Yeah, which somehow we started getting.
Yeah, so... It's a well-rounded shop. I mean, not every place has the Philadelphia Trumpet.
There's room for all viewpoints, no matter how weird they are.
All viewpoints. So, wait a minute. I brought us. You guys like chocolate?
Yep.
Dark chocolate, mates.
It's even worse.
Oh, he can't have
You're
chocolate.
gonna kill. You're gonna kill
You gotta
Hobie
interview-
live.
yeah, you gotta
This will
interview
get you
him
a ton
problem.
of views.
Are you like a dog? If you eat chocolate, it'll kill you?
I have a disease where if I eat chocolate, I'll get vertigo really bad.
Does it wear off? Because that'd be fun as shit to capture on film.
Eventually it does.
All right, so
Man,
we
we're
think
just disappointing you. No milk, no fucking chocolate.
10 minutes ago, I'm thinking this is the ultimate man cave,
Yeah.
and now we got a non-milk drinker and somebody who's allergic to
We
good
went from the
chocolate.
fucking baddest place ever to get a haircut
Right.
to a bunch of sissies.
You like dark chocolate?
I'll grab on that chocolate.
Yeah.
Every man cave's
Yeah.
got
Oh,
a
yeah.
downside.
Yeah,
Gracias.
and we're only going to give one chunk because I don't want him to get in trouble with his wife. 'cause
No,
this
I'm
is
not
gonna-
eating it.
Wow. Yeah, well, you got to cover with him. You sat on his lap.
I already did
I'll
on
eat for
Saturday
two.
night.
Eat for two. Jason, you like dark chocolate?
That's good.
All right.
Thank you.
So,
I love dark chocolate.
is this a gathering of proprietors, or is it like your shop? And is this baby your baby? And how long ago did this whole damn
It's his baby. We just
Franklin
make it work.
barbershop thing happen?
Yeah, I mean, it's if it was a car, it's my name on the title, per se. But we all take turns driving.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's nice.
I don't think it.
Well put.
It doesn't. It definitely wouldn't function if it weren't all of us. You know.
Yeah.
I always think it's. I mean, yes, we give good haircuts, but I think the personality is a large sell.
So we're on Beaver Avenue,
Yeah.
and it's the Franklin barbershop. So there's got to be some history to this bad boy. So lay it on us.
A man named William Bell.
The
Martin
phone?
Bell.
Martin Bell.
The phone?
Bell.
The phone guy?
Yeah.
William Bell.
Yeah, Martin
One and the same.
Bell started. He worked in a shop here in Beaverdale. Left and went to Franklin.
Worked at a different barbershop.
Yeah,
The barbershop
started his
that
own.
he started was somewhere over by
It's where the Medicap.
Christopher's and Medicap Pharmacy on the corner of Beaver and Urbandale. Back when this part of Beaverdale was like a lumber yard, and there wasn't these little like.
How long ago are we
businesses.
talking?
1932. One of our customers brought in an old church directory that had Duff's Barbershop in it. It's dated 1932, and he knows for a fact that Martin Bell was a barber at Duff's Barbershop.
And he revolted, cut out whatever the deal.
So
and he
fast
heads over
forward to
Franklin.
April of 1953, Franklin Plaza opens, and all those, and there was like a pharmacy over there, but Franklin Plaza Barbershop has been there since 1953. The paint on the window was original, all that stuff. So then, fast forward to, and Hogan is actually in that 50 or 65 years now. Hogan, you're what, the third owner? You're only the third owner?
Yeah.
Yeah. So there was a guy named Dean who owned it before Hogan up until 2012.
He got back on the shit. He's in prison.
Yeah, he's back.
Yeah, that's like our favorite thing is when people call, like when telemarketers call.
You're
and
not
ask-
joking. The dude's
No.
literally like
No.
back
No.
in the joint.
No, not at all.
No.
He's at home.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's
We
he's,
just tell
he's an
people
older
he's back on
gentleman.
the shit. He's in prison. He's in the
If
older
it,
gentleman.
That's so good.
But we're going
You
on.
just tell everybody.
yeah.
We're going on 5 years that he hasn't like owned the shop, and
Yeah.
so we still get telemarketers calling for him.
And they ask for Dean.
And we're just like, he got back on the shit and went back to prison.
I always tell people if you want to get a hold of him, I usually tell people that his wife is handling the business, but you have to write her a letter. And then they're usually just like, sorry, and they hang up.
We blow their minds.
And he does occasionally take visitors at Fort Madison, but you need to get there a couple hours ahead.
Right,
And ask for
There's
it.
a background check and fingerprints and all this shit. So if you want to sell him a cable plan, go ahead. Or a credit card machine, but you got to go to fucking
That's
Keokuk
so
or
good.
Fort Madison
Right,
or whatever
right.
it is.
So,
you know?
how do you end up driving this car, right? Do you, like, has barbering been your thing for 20 years and you meet this guy and you're like, oh shit, you're going back to the joint, you need somebody to take it over, I'm your guy? I mean, how did that come to be? And that was around 2012?
That was December of 2012. I worked for my dad for like 12 years.
As a barber?
No.
Barbering's in your blood, though.
My grandfather was a barber.
I don't know which part of this stuff is bullshit anymore and what
I mean,
part's real, but this
you know,
part
it's-
seems legit.
It's half and half. But
It's a solid mix.
yeah, but no, I worked for my dad for a long time, 12 years, and he gave me the opportunity to buy his not buy or whatever, but run his business when he retired. And I declined, and I figured bullshitting with people was a hell of a way to get paid, and it seemed like a hell of a lot of fun.
Why? Not like why would it be fun to bullshit with people or why, but how do you go from whatever business that was? I get the whole
It was
because
fucking
I
drywall
mean that's
and
what
windows.
that's what we're trying to do now is try to
Well-
build something where we get paid to bullshit with people and have fun.
Yeah.
But like, is it because like the great grandfather thing? Like you're sitting there and you're thinking, you know, I want to bullshit with people. I want to get to know people. I want to have fun. What are the things that will let me check those boxes? And you decided barbering
That
was
was
the thing.
part of it. My dad was actually the one that suggested it because he used to tell me I never shut the fuck up when we'd work together. He always say, my grandpa used to call me dumb shit, and so my dad would call me the same thing, but he'd always call me a dumb shit during work and tell me, shut the fuck up.
I think everyone's just got really weird stories of how we all ended up.
Mine's in the family, too.
Me, Garrett, and Derek were all customers here before we started cutting hair here. Like, Hogan and Paul were my barbers. And then I just got really tired of what I was doing, and it was like a couple like key conversations with Hogan and a couple key conversations with this guy Paul that used to work here. And I just said, fuck it, I'm going to barber school. And it took me like 2 to 3 years of like building that idea of like because I became interested in it probably in 2011 or 2012, and then after Hogan started Franklin, and I was like hanging out there a lot. Then I was just like, I think I can do this for sure.
And he always tried to get me to come in and cut.
Yeah,
Well, dude,
you
just sat around fucking taking up space.
So I would go in and get a haircut, but then I would sit for 6 hours and just chat with these guys. And I was licensed. I was a cosmetologist.
You got like
at the
4
time.
people standing in the corner, and this asshole's just sitting here like bullshit.
So I went to
It's
hair
like,
school right out of high
you're
school.
a fucking Pete here,
essentially.
cut some hair.
yeah.
Yeah, and then I'd be like, no, I quit cutting
You
hair,
still,
dude.
you still sound like you might have unresolved issues.
And then
No,
one day
it
he
was
asked me
funny.
to come in. I was like, fine, I'll come in and I'll try it out again. And then once I got behind the chair again, I realized how much I missed the interaction
Yeah, because I
with
think was
buddies cutting with you. And
Yeah,
nothing's taken seriously. There's no deadline.
I think Paul was like gone or something, or like we knew we were just gonna get our ass kicked or something, and we worked that one day.
Yeah.
All 3 of us together, I think.
Yeah.
And there's no deadline. The only deadline you have is that customer. To get him out in a fashion where he still, wants to get out on time, and you want to start making money. You work as faster you work, the more money you make. Slower it takes, less obviously, but
Yeah.
it's just that interaction with everybody. It's being able to have fun. No
And-
deadlines, not reporting to really anybody.
And it's climate controlled.
Yeah.
So
That's a huge thing. You don't understand.
I like to be comfortable while I'm getting my hair cut.
Yeah.
I mean, it's got to be better than being out in the freezing cold and the heat and you're bullshitting with people. I'm getting all of the ingredients. How did you actually end up buying the business from the cat before you? I mean, where did that connection happen to where you're like, oh, this checks the box, I'm going to buy this thing?
I was the only person in the lunchroom when it was posted on the billboard at school.
Perfect.
And I had 2 weeks until I graduated. I didn't know what the fuck I was going to do. And he posted it. I ripped it off the wall, left school, and bought it that afternoon.
That's legit.
And then I went to work 2 weeks later.
And then he's built it.
That is so. that is literally.
My own
Then he's built it.
Yes, this is my place. These are my people.
Yeah.
Yeah. But you know, like one of the things when we're interviewing different people every week, and there's always this what some people might consider high wire act, or like, you know, you're taking the road less traveled, and at some point it takes a leap of faith, and those stories I think are kick ass, where you're just like, you know what, I saw it, I knew it was the right thing, and I decided to go for it. I don't need to frickin' plan out 100 different things. I'm just gonna I'll figure it out as I go.
I was scared shitless for sure.
Right.
Like,
and there's always gonna be
January,
that.
and you know those are like the slow months.
Yeah.
January, February, man, I was just sitting there on my ass watching these 3 movies right here: Big Trouble in Little China, Deliverance, and Planet of the Apes. Those are the only 3 movies I watched those fucking first 2 months. I don't know why I didn't bring anything else in. I just kept watching them like on fucking repeat.
Yeah.
Because you're a weirdo.
I guess.
And that's 2000.
That was 2012.
12?
13.
13, well, 13, right? Because
2013.
you get into the January.
Yeah.
The January. And then, when you're a new guy, so you're 20, you're circa 2016 if you're a wine.
Circa
Right?
2016. So
And you're,
I started barber school January 6th of 2015.
15.
And then I graduated barber school December 11th, and I was going to take the next day. That was a Friday afternoon. I was going to take the next Saturday off and come into work on Tuesday. But then our buddy Robeson called, and he was like, dude, there's like 30 people waiting. Why the fuck aren't you here? And I was like in the middle of eating brunch with Catherine, and I was like, I gotta go to work. So I didn't even have I took 2 hours off. You know, and I just went straight to work.
And you were cutting early, right?
I started
And then
cutting in
took some time.
2005.
2005 took some time off.
Yeah.
And then didn't you guys end up back? Weren't you back in Barber? Were you telling me a story about you guys being back in Barber school
we
together?
met each other at the shop as customers. We met each other as customers at the shop, and then my first day of going back to hair school to barber school, I walk in and there's Big Hatch. And I was Fish at that time.
Dude, I called his ass Fish
Because I was
for
the new guy in prison.
3 weeks. I'd be like, what up, Fish?
And and then I only
Give me
had to
some
do
towels, Fish.
And I only had to do 5.5 months of barber school, which
Yeah.
was nice because it wasn't fun.
Because
Dude,
you put
it
in the time before?
Yeah, because I already had a license. So and then he started.
Man, I was like a
December,
good kid
and I
at barber
started in
school.
January.
Kept to myself, never got in trouble. And then Garrett showed up and all hell broke loose. It was fun. We played a lot of Yahtzee.
I had no
Smoked
idea.
a lot of cigarettes.
I had no idea. Like, I thought barbering was just, you know what? I think today I'm going to be a barber. And you just found somebody like Hobbs here that would just owned a barbershop, and you went in and you were like, I want to cut hair. I didn't know there was I knew if you wanted to be a hairdresser, you had to go to school. But that blew my mind when I was in here the first time that you had to actually, and I don't know if the rest of if that's just me. I always thought like barbers were like the low end of the totem pole. They didn't have to do shit. You were just somebody that talked and did this thing. But since being in here, like watching you guys do your thing, like it's legit. There's a craft, and you guys got skills.
2,160 hours.
2,000, right? 2,160
Full-time
hours.
jobs.
Yeah, it sucks.
Right. So it's a whole year, right? Yeah, because you were talking about that. You're
11
in there,
months and like
you
a
just
handful
cut.
of days.
You just cut whoever the hell walks in that door.
Dude,
that's where
homeless
people
dudes straight out of jail. They come in with
ex-owner
free
that's
haircut
back in jail.
vouchers.
My hair.
Yeah.
Whoa, dude.
Yeah.
No.
Dude, the best haircut. Oh man, I wish I'd been able to do this haircut, but I didn't. I'll never forget. There was a day I think it was before Garrett showed up, but I can't remember. I know it was in the summer because it was so hot. This dude came straight from Polk County Jail to the barber school, and he fucking walked out with a flat top and a mullet, and he was like
Crispy.
flossing. He was so pumped, dude. He was so jazzed. So,
Right, that wasn't a spur of the moment thing. That guy decided, when I get out, this is the look I'm going
dude, that's
for.
like what kept him alive
Starting
in prison,
brand new,
bro.
man.
Brand new.
Yeah.
I got a brand new jam.
Yeah.
this is
I'm
it.
getting right.
So when you
Flat
start
top.
this gig in 2012, you're over on Franklin still?
Yep.
Right? And are you Han Solo in there? Are you the only one in there? And if so, was it your hope at the time, or did this kind of evolve that you ended up getting like the band of cool cats that, you know, all are unique in their personalities, but you're able to give each other shit all day long and that? I mean,
Yeah.
I mean, Franklin Barbershop probably wasn't just one chair. Were the chairs filled with other barbers at that time, or was you on the lookout from day one for
No,
who would be
so-
the dudes?
So when I got there was one gentleman that had been working there, and he was already retired, but he was kind of like, he would come in and work like one day a week.
Lynn.
Lynn.
Big ups, Lynn.
Yep.
I mean, I don't know why you're. I'm not putting.
Yeah,
he's not dead.
He's not dead.
My bad, Lynn.
But no, so
I don't wish you no pain.
Yeah, I think it was December till end of March. I was in there by myself, and Lynn would come in one day a week. But
Man,
that
I've
was-
seen how busy it gets in here.
Yeah.
I mean, were you getting jammed up like
No,
30
no,
deep,
no,
and you're
no,
in there
no.
like
I was doing-
Edward Scissorhands, like.
I was doing jigsaw puzzles and fucking learning new ways to jerk off. I don't know. There wasn't.
That shit's important.
Dude, it is. Yeah, that shit where you do with your left hand.
Easy.
Stranger.
Anyway.
Sorry, Dan Koenig, the
Yeah.
one person who's watching this.
Easy.
There's people trying to book haircuts on here right now, actually.
Are there really?
Hello.
Holy shit.
Walk-ins only.
Walk-ins only.
Oh, that's a whole nother story if we get to it. But anyway,
But no, so I mean, and like I said, initially I was like scared shitless, you know. And then I had another guy that went to school with me. When he graduated, he came in and he worked. And then, yeah, we still had that third chair open, but I don't know, we're by ourselves for like 2 years until Chuck joined us.
Dude, and they created a monster. I remember walking in on a Saturday morning, like the first couple of months, Saturday mornings, I could show up at 9 and I'd wait like two customers, easy. And then all of a sudden you'd pull up at 9 o'clock or 8:45 and there's like dudes in lawn chairs. And then you're like, cool, I'll get here at 8:30. And there's even more dudes in lawn chairs. And you get there at 8:15 and there's even more dudes in lawn chairs. And it's like between probably March of 2013 when I first got or April of 2013 when I got my hair cut there for the first time, to like not even that summer, like
It's
like
blowing
May or June.
It's
blowing
Shit
up.
was just like,
why?
it's 2 hours.
Why?
I don't know.
What? I mean,
Honestly, I don't know. I don't know. We just don't. We take ourselves seriously in the sense that we don't take ourselves that seriously. So I think that that's kind of refreshing. I don't know. And I think for me, what's weird too, like to look back on it and think about it.
It's
is
not a
that-
cookie cutter place, you know.
Yeah.
It's a place where you can be yourself, and every man we can relate. We're all a little different, but we can all relate on one
Well, you're
thing.
all- you're
when
all
we're
quite a
in
bit
there, you know? This is the
different,
fun
actually.
house, man. You know, this
Yeah.
is where
Dude,
the guys
you can be
come.
yourself, and someone's gonna make fun of you for it.
Yeah.
But like you can also dish that shit out just as much too.
and you're gonna leave looking good and feeling good.
I'm
Yeah,
telling
man.
you, it's the thing where, you know, for whatever reason in my life, I'm not surrounded very often in like this environment right here, and so that was it for me. And that must be the environment you created and what's turned it into the mosquitoes towards the light, and why it's always stacked up in here. Because I'd come back every 2 weeks whether I really needed a haircut or not, because I was like, I can't wait to go see the boys.
Well,
Like
it's-
I just love
people.
I just love the realness of the place.
Yeah, you might have a priest, you might have a firefighter, an officer, a lawyer, and just a construction worker all sitting down and having a conversation, and there might just be an F-bomb. There might, there might be the weirdest
That's the best
conversation
part.
going around, but not one person in here will judge.
Yeah. Pre
Yeah.
me even
And
working
no
at the
filters.
shop,
No
we-
filters.
we'd
If it gets a
come in
little
on
off kilter, we might
Saturdays.
be like, hey, check yourself at the door real quick. You know,
Yeah.
we're
Right.
not bringing that. We're not bringing the bullshit in here. Leave the bullshit out there. Bring everything fun in here.
Yeah.
That was the best part. Before I even worked here, I'd bring my oldest boy in, knowing we were gonna have 2-hour wait, whatever it was going to be on that Saturday. But we'd stick through and hang out just because, no matter who was going to be in there, the discussion of topics never changed. It always stayed the same pace that was going through there. So it was always super excited to hang out. That was part of the reason that pushed me, like, man, I want to do this. Because I just wanted to be a part of that every single day.
There's something super cool about that, man. I can see why it would blow up, because what you guys just all said, that was my complete experience. I mean, even if you were hacks, I wouldn't give two. I'd still be coming in because of that environment. But like you said with the last point, man, you do. I've seen you guys work on some cats that got some hair, and like dudes coming in here that are like, you can tell, high up on the executive list. Like they take their appearance serious, head to toe, the clothes, everything, the appearance, style, and they're to the nines when they come in, and they're even more so when they come out. So it's not just what I originally was thinking. When Jason told me, like, hey, you want to get some style of that beard, go in. I didn't have a freaking clue that kind of shit went down in a barber shop. For me, it was just like, hey, I want to be able to see the top of my ears. So you guys, it's if you would just listen in here, you'd think it's just a bunch of guys effing around, right? Yeah. But it's like, there's some serious styling going on too. So it's the freaking best of both worlds, no doubt.
Well, that's definitely part of the thing that comes with the trade too, is we don't go just for like cookie cutter haircuts. Part of barbering is kind of training yourself to realize what's going to be the best for each individual client. One haircut that looks good on you isn't going to look good on the next guy. So that's part of the reason why we're here too, is walk you through that and make sure you're getting the best haircut. Second best thing is there's people too that are so relaxed. Like, we got the mullet challenge in here. I don't know if it's time to drop the ball on that, but
all you do with long hair, you want 2 free haircuts. We'll give you like the crispiest mullet, and then we'll do a good haircut. You gotta wear it for a week.
Wear a mullet for a week. We cut it for free, and then you come back in that week. You get another haircut for free.
Yeah.
And
come on.
True story.
The mullet challenge.
There's been guys that's left here with mullets. They've got girlfriends and they've held on to them for years now.
That one dude that rode Ragbri, he had it for 3 months?
Yeah, Ryan. Yeah. So our friend Ryan came into the old shop with like stupid long hair. Gave him a mullet. And like a week later didn't come in. Month later didn't come in. Like 3 months later, we're like, bro, what have you been doing? Well, first of all, he rode Ragbri. He skateboarded Ragbri.
Yeah, longboarded
Ragbri. Got himself a new girlfriend, which I remember there was a day my wife saw him at Smoky Row and she was like, that kid's too hot to have that mullet. Just so you know. Got himself a new girlfriend, and then had the audacity to take like senior photo style, like glamour shots with like him on his moped and the mullet just like flowing. So I gave a dude a pompadour mullet March of this year or like February, and he had a sweet like Alpha Bravo mustache.
Was it like a couple weeks ago where? Or no, it would have been a couple months ago now. Like all 5 of us did a mullet within that
1 week.
Yeah. Everybody did a mullet. It was.
I think people think we're joking when we say that shit. Like, hey, they're coming back. And it's like,
no, they're not.
I think they are.
I know the last one I did.
I know a barber in town who's growing a mullet right now.
Yeah. I know the last one I did, the kid was like, oh yeah, I want a nice crispy mullet. I'm going to Omaha for this rave. I've never seen him again. I'm pretty sure he's just still
I hope he didn't die, but if he died with a mullet, like, big ups, fam.
Yeah.
But another good thing about the barbershop is, too, we're like a Rolodex of any job that needs to be done.
Absolutely.
Like, if you need something done,
the networking that can go on in here is absolutely insane.
It's plumbing, electrical, house cleaning, anything that you can think of.
Legal advice.
They walk through the doors here.
Dude, cops come in here all the time.
And everybody's like, willing to help.
I'll ask cops, like,
is
so
nice.
what if this happens and I get caught with this? And they're like, it just...
Yeah. I don't think...
Like, it's okay to wear, like, a saber on my back and walk around downtown. They're like, I mean, no.
Yeah. No, you cannot carry a samurai sword. Like, didn't know that. Glad I asked.
I don't know of any place in town, since I've been coming here for 6 months. I think I'd go out on a limb without too much fear of it getting cut out from behind me. You guys probably have built the biggest family in Des Moines.
Yeah.
I mean, as far as just men, all ages, all sides of life that love to come in here. It's got to be thousands of dudes that come and get their haircut here. And for all of the things, like, all of them probably getting a little something different.
Yeah.
You know? Like,
And there's
whether
a lot
it's
of
the
dudes that
networking
connect
or
on
if
that.
it's just that they want to look freaking good.
Yeah.
But, you know, it could, I mean, having free coffee, free beer, and whiskey at all hours of the
Yeah,
day.
let's
I
get
mean,
a
there's
shot of
some
all
that
this.
probably,
Let's get a shot of this Red Dog in the fridge right now.
there's probably some that come just for that, which,
Yeah,
you know,
big ups to Red Dog.
I think that.
tonight's
Yeah.
episode.
What?
Oh shit!
Remember when we tested that theory?
Tonight's episode brought
Big
to
ups,
you by
Red Dog.
Red Dog.
Man,
yeah,
I wish I
to
could
that-
drink this right now.
Almost like to Garrett's.
What
point,
is that
they-
part? Can you?
Sorry, bro.
Do you give up fun as part of the 30-day challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, all right. Fair enough. You admit it. You can't go any further.
Yeah.
To Garrett's point though, like kind of what you're talking about like building a family, you know, I think that that's what another thing that like people really enjoy is that they can see us like when we're in here, we do have fun together. It's not like, oh shit, I have to go to work today.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, each one of these cats came here because of the fun that was going on here before
and,
they
like,
were.
and we do have a lot of
Dude,
fun,
this
and it's not
bullshit.
just like this is our place of business, and you know that's it. Like, you know,
Wow.
we're friends as well.
Also brought to you by Bebop.
And then Ben Mars comes and brings.
What up, Ben Mars?
Shout out to Ben Mars, bringing Bebop in.
Ben.
Nice to meet you. Say hi to the crew from Facebook Live.
How you doing, man?
Kicking it out. And that's perfect.
surprise to you.
Part of the family. Just
Yeah.
come in and bring some bebops.
I
Yeah.
guess.
Right?
He bops it up.
So it's all good. And so how does is this the case? If you were to take me back to the Franklin shop once you took it over, was this all happening in there before then, or this whole movie poster, Tom Jones, all this shit?
Smaller
is this
space
all
with
is
just
this
as much
Oh,
shit.
yeah, it's smaller space, just as much shit. And I think that they're like they still get irritated with me because like I still find places to just like
'Cause he's a
stack
hoarder.
shit up.
Yeah.
He's a
And
hoarder.
like I don't mean to leave it intentionally. I don't know. I'm fucked up.
He just collects too much shit. And then he gets lost, and it's like, so you have to be there to like wrangle up everything. Like,
A lot of
the paddle's
shit
out
that's in
again,
here is,
gotta
like,
get it
stuff-
back in the pin.
A lot of stuff that's in here is like shit my wife wanted me to keep in the house.
fun.
including these guys.
Yeah,
You can't
some of
keep-
it has to
you can't
go.
keep them at the house, so you keep them here.
Yeah.
Well, it's best to just keep it as questionable as possible because then it's just great talking points, you know? It's
It's true.
Yeah.
What
The,
is
uh,
you know,
many
when, like,
things.
people sit down, it's like, what is bad taste, you know?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
a 30-minute conversation we got to go down into, you know?
My friend Patrick.
And when I found out the first time that the beard on the freaking 12-year-old is actually a real beard,
Yeah.
It's real.
that
Yeah.
just got
John,
Not only is
you
it
know?
a real
Dude,
beard,
that-
it's
and- but
a
that's the
blue
other-
ribbon beard.
Yeah.
I was
Yeah,
thinking.
But that's another cool thing. So John was a customer here for a long time. Like a guy that used to work here trimmed his beard and it won some award at the Iowa State Fair. John is in Croatia right now for 2 years for the Peace Corps. He actually just came back for
What
like
up, John?
30 days. And now he's back. He's back there for like 18 more months. But like we will always talk about John in here because
Yeah.
of his photo and his beard, you know, and there's other photos up there that are talking points. Those, for the most part, all the photos on the wall are our customers, which is super cool.
Super cool.
You know?
Y'all, if you're digging the conversation, we do it every Tuesday. Give us a share on the Facebook comments so that everybody else can get a feel for these jokers, which is great fun. So we can keep doing more of these shows and bringing you more of like the cool shit that's happening in Des Moines. That's our quick little PSA, asking the world to help us do the deal. But another thing, as far as the art goes, that I'm sure a lot of people don't know that I thought was also super cool, is y'all don't just create in the facial hair, top of the head category. Y'all are filmmakers.
Loose.
I would that's
Loose term.
And everybody we interview is humble as hell.
We're stars.
And you guys are the same because I've seen
Fucking actors.
your movie.
I was-
I've been at it, and it ain't amateur hour. I mean,
Well,
there
hold up.
were some in there.
Hogan's a
There
paid
were-
actor now in
there-
that
there were
Gusto
some-
commercial.
right.
There
Big
were
ups
some-
Gusto.
Carl.
Or Gusto?
There were
Gusto?
others that I saw that looked a little bit like the freshman year film projects that I did when I was in Iowa.
Right.
But like, y'all got into
No,
it.
we're
I
pretty
mean,
legit.
those
We
things
are.
are those. Tell them
We
like
are.
the eight.
We're kind of a big deal.
You are. It's cool.
So
it's cool.
I'm there.
I wouldn't say we're
right. You gotta own that shit, Hobie. You can't be.
Yeah, Hobie.
You can't be just
Be a
like
boss. Be a boss, Hugo.
Right. Now, I'll be the first to say there was the one other that looked like it may have had a little bit more Hollywood big money entertainment to be in the 8-minute category, but y'all held
a little harder.
Y'all held your own. So what's the movie thing?
That's a shout. Okay, shout out to my friend and team co-captain Pat Boberg. We do the 48-hour film project every year.
Tiny Explosions.
Our team is Tiny Explosions. You can Google or YouTube that, Tiny Explosions.
Tiny Explosions, YouTube it.
All
you
of
can
our
see
videos.
these dudes' videos, movies. So what's the 48-hour, is that what it's called?
48-hour film project.
And so how does that break down? We got like 6 minutes because Jason's got to play Papa tonight.
Yeah.
So we got to keep the brains behind the operation on schedule.
The way that it works is you have, you're given 3 elements, a character, a prop, a line of dialogue, and then you're given a genre, and you have 48 hours to make a short film. That includes writing the music, acting, everything that goes into making a movie, and then you have to turn it in 48 hours later.
And then they screen that.
They screen that at the Fleur, yes. This is a once-a-year thing. It's an international film competition. We were lucky enough last year.
And with all the bullshit that these guys spout, that part is actually true. It is actually an international film competition.
Yep.
So if you win here,
you move on to the international competition.
which you guys won last year, right?
Last year
second.
We were in second place. Yeah. Yes.
And how many years have you done it now?
This would be
second place.
6 or 7.
Still smells.
6 or 7. How does who
we went downhill fast.
who started that whole deal? Like when was like, hey, let's make movies.
My friend and I used to make those short films when we were in high school, and he approached me again. I can't remember 6 or 7 years ago about starting a team. And I'm not an actor, but I'm crass enough to put myself in anything.
It sounds like you are.
It's fun.
You're
fun.
You're a paid actor
whatever.
now.
It took me 7 years to get a paid acting gig. I don't know. No, but I don't know. I don't know what the hell I'm doing.
Struggle's real.
It's just I don't know. It's weird. It's fun. And it's weird and fun,
What was the name of this year's movie?
Not Almighty Hall. It was Snapback. Snapback was this year.
And is that on the YouTube channel you told us?
Yep.
That YouTube channel is what again?
Just Google Tiny Explosions Des Moines, or not Google, YouTube it. Tiny Explosions Des Moines, and you'll find all 7 of our videos.
Yeah, and y'all should go there. I watched this year's. I can't vouch for any of the other good or pieces of shit that these guys put together, but this year the movie was legit.
In the last 2 years, it was 140 fucking degrees too.
Yeah,
doing it.
It was really.
Yeah.
It's a great.
I honestly think
great flick.
The last thing that we need to touch on, personal opinion, Facebook,
is our boy.
Oh, you're taking one. You need to take one to Alaska with you.
Take one to Alaska.
Yeah. I think.
Big ups, Jerry Louvier.
I think the story of Jerry Louvier or Louvier, depending on what part of France you're from.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think we should all.
It's a soft R.
A tear may fall, it may not. I don't know, but I think we close tonight with the story of Jerry Louvier.
Jerry Louvier is one house-raising son of a bitch.
Okay, so
the most house-raising son of a bitch you're ever gonna meet.
If I can put it as plain and just cut as I can. We discovered Jerry Louvier through a documentary about the floods of '93.
On YouTube.
On YouTube, and he started a house raising business that would save people's homes, which is pretty fucking cool and admirable, Hutch found his photo on Google Images.
Took me 30 seconds.
Yep. And
the internet is an incredible thing.
I got a photo of him in 8x10, maybe put it on the mantle, and then when I went to New York 6, 7, 8 months back, I don't know, I can't remember.
Like June.
I took him with me to New York and used it as a way to keep in contact with these dudes, and I got photos of him and
Planet Hollywood.
Yeah,
Planet
Hollywood, Times
the
Square.
subway.
Safe to say Jerry's been fairly well traveled.
Yeah,
Jerry's in Seattle, but those weren't good enough photos because I didn't have been a friend.
And as I was,
he's been to Seattle twice this year.
Yeah, but anyway, I was trying to find out more about him, and I eventually
found out. Hogan, so we can...
I eventually found out that Jerry had died in 2000. Jerry died in 2008, and I found that on his funeral page, and I was kind of reading through the comments.
And let's be clear, no one in here has ever actually met Jerry.
Nobody's
Louvier.
ever actually met Jerry.
Never,
Louvier.
never.
But I did. I was reading through the comments, and I read somebody that said, "Hey, I didn't know Jerry, but I found my company printed his book," and I was just like, "What?" Jerry Louvier wrote a book.
Oh, man.
Where's that book?
And so I got a hold of
on
his
Hogan's
son
back bar,
and his
I think.
wife, and I talked with them. They're both really, really nice people. And I spent
Yeah,
probably
Steve, you wrote a
I
couple
spent
books,
probably
right? I mean, they're probably not as good as Jerry's, but
I talked to
that's
his
his book.
son.
I aspire.
Yeah, you should.
I talked to the Jerry's son for probably 25 minutes. I probably talked to his wife for about 45 minutes, and very, very interesting dude, and super, super nice people too. But my goal has been to like take Jerry as many places as possible and get photos of him all over the world, honestly, and then be able to send that photo album to.
We
his
could
family.
never take him back to Vietnam, though. I don't think people in Vietnam like Jerry.
No.
So, folks, as we close up tonight from the Franklin Barber Shop,
Yeah.
take Jerry Louvier with you in your hearts and souls
Yeah.
wherever you go,
Don't go to Vietnam.
except Vietnam. Good night from the hippest, coolest cutting place in town, the Franklin Barber Shop.
Thank you.
Peace, y'all. Bye. Solid work, fellas. That's fun shit.
Hey, done that all night.
God damn it! Why did you bring Jerry Louvier into that? Someone's gonna fucking know Jerry Louvier.
Who
And
cares?
his son's gonna come here and fucking murder me.
No, he's not. He's gonna be like, you guys are fucking